We are going to study the Indian general elections, the uniqueness of Indian general election. When I started this YouTube, I had covered various constitutions. Indian constitution is a Westminster type of government, but again, it is considered as the most democratic elections in the world. India has about 1 billion people. The number of members of parliament are double that one of Kenya. So we want to look at the Indian constitution uniqueness that since they recently had their general elections. As I said, Kenya has around 300 MPs. India has around 700 MPs. And India, they take 6 weeks to do an election. They take 6 weeks. They start off by going into certain states. They go to certain states and conduct elections. Let's say they go to a certain state, Uttar Pradesh, then they hold the election there. After people have voted, then they seal the ballot boxes and place it in a certain office for 6 weeks. Then they go to another and that. After all the states have conducted elections, that is when they start counting. I want to tell Kenyans 2 things. One, you see what is happening to UDA. They have held how many counties have they held the elections? Now from there they are supposed to go to other counties that way until they complete all the counties. But you see, after election in a county in Kenya, the elections are declared there and then. But in India, they go to a state, conduct elections for the MPs, then seal until all the places have elected people. So if your state is the first one to hold the elections, then your results will be locked for 6 weeks. And if your state is the last one, then it will be sealed for 3 or so days. After all the states have conducted elections, that is when they start counting. Can you compare it with the Bomas issue, where the NSAC was pushing Chebukati to announce it very quickly because there was tension. There was to be tension in Kenya. In India, you vote and you know that you're going to spend 6 weeks without knowing whether your MP has been elected or not. Then when the MPs go to parliament, they then know which party has the most MPs. It is that party that will now form the government with an executive prime minister. They have a ceremonial president. Now, when India got independence, one political party, that is Indian Congress Party, ruled for over 50 years. When they ruled for over 50 years, that is when the BJP took over and ruled for 10, and then Congress came slightly and ruled, and then again BJP took over for another maybe 20 years. Now the elections which were there recently, BJP lost its majority. So we don't know, most likely BJP will form a coalition government. Another thing that is unique is that India became independent because of Mahatma Gandhi. But Mahatma Gandhi's family did not participate in election. The first Prime Minister of India was Nehru. I've forgotten his full name. Nehru was the first Prime Minister. And then when his term ended, his daughter called Indira Gandhi became the prime minister for a long time. Indira Gandhi became a prime minister for India for a long time. Although she's not related, she's just a namesake of Mahatma Gandhi. They're just namesake, not that they are related. And then when she left it to her son, Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi became the prime minister until he was assassinated. You know, when it comes to issues of assassination, hapo ndio mimi najulikana sana. Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in 1984. 1984, and the assassination was very funny. First of all, before he was assassinated, Sri Lanka had a problem. Sri Lanka had a problem, and he went to Sri Lanka to mediate. And as he was about to leave, you know, there is usually the parade for the military people. Military people conduct parade, and as he was passing there, one of the people who were there took out a rifle and hit him with the rifle. But that one was handled. He was court-martialed, and Rajiv Gandhi went to. But you see, Rajiv Gandhi was not to be the prime minister. Actually, he was a pilot. He was a pilot in Indian Airways. His younger brother, I think the younger brother was Rajesh Gandhi, was the one who since childhood was being groomed by the mother to take over. And then he suddenly died. And that is when the mother groomed this one. And you see the party, wanasemaga KANU iko na wenyewe. The party, when the mother died and he was just an MP like any other, the party decided that he was to be the MP then. That is when they ruled, and then when he was assassinated, his wife became the prime minister. She's the only Indian prime minister who was not born an Indian. You see, when he was a pilot, he kuzunguka dunia mzima, he married an Italian lady. When he married the lady, when he was assassinated, she took out his constitution and became the prime minister. In police, we call it direct entry inspector. One day you are a civilian, then the next day you are an inspector of police. That is the same with her. One day she's the wife of the prime minister, then the following day she is the prime minister. I was supposed to say from where I'm seated, but I can say from where I'm standing. The BJP leader will form the government, but he will form a coalition government. Thank you.